2. Fran used 532 pieces of sod to cover her 1,596 square feet front yard with grass. Her neighbor, Juan, used 878 pieces of sod to cover his front lawn. How many square feet bigger is Juan's front yard? Let's identify the question. What's the question?
How many feet bigger?
Okay, so here's where this is very important. Okay, did it ask how big Juan's lawn is? It did not.
No.
Right? The temptation as you're working this problem is going to be to find the size of Juan's yard. But that's not the question. The question is how much bigger is Juan's yard than Fran's yard? So are we going to have to find the size of Juan's yard? Absolutely. In order to find out how much bigger it is than Fran's yard, correct? So that's what's so important about this first step, identifying the question. You got to be absolutely drilled in on what you're going after. So let's get the pieces. So Fran has 532 pieces of sod to her 1,596 square foot yard. How many pieces? So the 878 pieces, where does that go on our proportion?
On the top.
On the top, right? To side to side. And we don't know the square footage of his yard, do we? So that's going to be X amount of square feet.
Multiply cross product.
That's perfect. Step 1, multiply the cross product. 878 times 1596. What do we divide that by, Alex?
What's that?
What do we divide? What do we divide this cross product by?
Wouldn't it be the square feet, or the top?
This one?
Yes, that thing.
That correct. Yes, that thing. Does anybody have a calculator?
Yeah, right here.
Nope.
You good? I got 2,634.
So the answer is 2,634. Okay? So, here's my point. What is the answer A?
Oh, that's
2,634. So when you're on the test, the temptation is going to be, hey, I'm done. My answer's right there. But that's why we have to identify the question. That was not the question. We needed to find that out to get to the question, but the question was, how many square feet bigger is Juan's front yard than Fran's front yard? So now we know Juan's front yard is 2,634 square feet, and now what do we have to do to answer the question?
You could subtract the 1,596. Yes.
And we get what?
That's a really big number.
Huh?
1,038.
1,038? So answer E.
E?
So you see how that works? Some of the stuff that you come across in order to find the answer is going to show up in the multiple choice. And if you have not identified the question, then you're going to get caught there. It's just going to happen. You're going to be under pressure. You're going to be looking at the clock. You're going to look at your calculator. It's going to say a number that's all on the page. You're going to go with it.
They're banking on that.
They're banking on it. All right? Trust me. That's how this thing works.